Welcome, Class 11 Biology enthusiasts. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of chemical coordination and integration, focusing specifically on gonads. These vital organs are not just about reproduction, they're powerhouses of hormones that shape our bodies and lives. Get ready to explore the basic concepts, delve into deeper mechanisms, analyze complex regulations, and even touch upon competitive insights into gonadal function. Let's embark on this four-level learning journey. Ready for some easy insights? Let's start with the basics of what gonads are and what they do in our bodies. Gonads are our primary reproductive organs. Think of them as dual-purpose factories. They produce the sex cells necessary for reproduction and also secrete powerful hormones that orchestrate many bodily changes. In males, these are the testes, nestled safely in the scrotum. In females, we find the ovaries, located within the abdominal cavity. Both are crucial for life and development. Now, let's talk hormones. The testes primarily produce testosterone, the main male sex hormone. It's responsible for sperm production and the development of male characteristics like a deeper voice and muscle mass. The ovaries, on the other hand, produce estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen shapes female characteristics and regulates the menstrual cycle, while progesterone is vital for maintaining pregnancy and preparing the body for childbirth. These hormones are true chemical messengers. Time to test your understanding of the easy concepts. Take a moment to answer these three questions. First, which endocrine glands produce both gametes and sex hormones? Second, name the primary male sex hormone and one of its functions. And third, what are the two main female sex hormones and what is the primary role of progesterone? Alright, let's move up a notch. In the medium level, we'll dive deeper into the specific functions and regulation of these amazing gonadal hormones. Let's start with the male gonads, the testes. Beyond just producing sperm in seminiferous tubules, specialized Leydig cells, nestled between these tubules, are the true hormone factories. They churn out androgens, with testosterone being the star player. This hormone not only drives male accessory organ development and spermatogenesis but also sculpts male secondary sexual characteristics, from muscle growth to a deeper voice. It's truly a multitasker. Now, to the female side, the ovaries. These paired organs are marvels of cyclic activity. Ovarian follicles, housing developing eggs, are the primary source of estrogens, which are critical for female secondary characteristics and regulating the menstrual cycle. After an egg is released, the ruptured follicle transforms into the corpus luteum, a temporary endocrine gland that becomes the main producer of progesterone. This hormone is absolutely essential for maintaining a healthy pregnancy. The functions of estrogen and progesterone are distinct yet complementary. Estrogen is the architect of female development, promoting breast growth and the overall female body contour, while also preparing the uterine lining. Progesterone, on the other hand, is the guardian of pregnancy. It ensures the uterus is ready for implantation, prevents premature contractions, and primes the mammary glands for milk production. Their delicate balance is key to female reproductive health. Here are 5 practice questions to solidify your understanding of the medium-level content. Think about the specific cells involved in hormone production, the distinct roles of estrogen and progesterone, and the overall regulatory pathway. Pause the video if you need more time to formulate your answers. Ready to go even deeper? The hard level explores the intricate regulatory mechanisms and clinical implications of gonadal hormones. At the heart of gonadal regulation lies the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal, or HPG, axis. It's a precise feedback loop. The hypothalamus initiates with GnRH, which signals the pituitary to release LH and FSH. These gonadotropins then act on the gonads to produce sex hormones and gametes. Crucially, high levels of these gonadal hormones then feed back to the hypothalamus and pituitary, inhibiting further release, maintaining a delicate balance. This negative feedback is vital for preventing overproduction and ensuring stable levels. Gondal hormones are steroid hormones, meaning they're lipid-soluble and can directly enter target cells. Once inside, they bind to specific intracellular receptors, forming a hormone receptor complex. This complex then travels to the nucleus, where it binds to specific DNA sequences, either activating or deactivating gene transcription. This process leads to the synthesis of new proteins, mediating the hormone's long-term effects. Beyond this, rapid, non-genomic actions are also being discovered, involving membrane receptors for quicker responses. The precise functioning of Gondal hormones is critical for reproductive health. Testosterone is not just for spermatogenesis but also for male reproductive tract development and overall well-being. Estrogen and progesterone orchestrate the entire female reproductive cycle, from follicular development and ovulation to preparing the uterus for pregnancy. Dysregulation can lead to significant clinical issues, from hypogonadism and infertility to conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome or the natural transition of menopause. Understanding these roles is key to diagnosing and treating reproductive disorders. Now, let's challenge your understanding with 7 hard-level questions. Consider the feedback mechanisms, the molecular actions of hormones, and their clinical relevance. These questions require a more analytical approach, so take your time and connect the concepts we've discussed. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll unravel the deepest scientific and competitive insights into gonads, from embryonic development to complex disorders and advanced therapeutic strategies. The journey of Gondal development begins with an indifferent gonad, a fascinating structure capable of becoming either a testis or an ovary. The master switch is the SRY gene on the Y chromosome. If SRY is present, it orchestrates testicular development, which then produces testosterone to form male internal genitalia and anti-Mullerian hormone to suppress female structures. In its absence, the gonad naturally develops into an ovary, and the female internal structures form. This early genetic and hormonal interplay dictates our sexual differentiation. At a molecular level, all steroid hormones originate from cholesterol. The synthesis pathways diverge significantly in testes and ovaries. In Leydig cells, cholesterol is converted through several enzymatic steps to testosterone. In ovarian follicles, estrogen synthesis is a collaborative effort. DeCA cells produce androgens under LH stimulation, which are then transferred to granulosa cells. These granulosa cells, stimulated by FSH, use the crucial enzyme aromatase to convert these androgens into estrogens. This elegant two-cell, two-gonadotropin theory highlights the intricate enzymatic machinery at play. The action of steroid hormones is governed by sophisticated receptor biology. Nuclear receptors, often complexed with heat shock proteins, undergo conformational changes upon hormone binding, allowing them to dimers and bind to specific DNA sequences called hormone response elements. This interaction, however, isn't simple. It involves coactivator and co-repressor proteins that fine-tune gene transcription, dictating the precise cellular response. Beyond this genomic pathway, rapid, non-genomic actions are also being discovered, where hormones bind to membrane receptors, triggering quick signaling cascades. This dual mechanism ensures both long-term changes and immediate cellular adjustments. The intricate nature of Gondal function means dysregulation can lead to complex disorders. Conditions like Kallmann syndrome, involving defective GnRH neuron migration, or androgen insensitivity syndrome, where receptors don't respond to testosterone, reveal the critical roles of each component. Pharmacological interventions are equally sophisticated. HRT replaces declining hormones, oral contraceptives suppress ovulation via negative feedback, while anti-androgens block receptor action. Even GnRH agonists and antagonists are cleverly used to either suppress or stimulate Gondal activity, demonstrating how our understanding of these pathways translates into powerful therapeutic strategies. You've reached the pinnacle of understanding. Here are the first 5 challenging questions designed to test your comprehensive grasp of Gondal physiology and pathophysiology. Take your time to analyze each question, recall the intricate details, and formulate precise answers. Good luck! And here are the final 5 questions, pushing your knowledge even further. These questions delve into comparative aspects, therapeutic rationales, and detailed molecular pathways. This is where your competitive edge will truly shine. Give it your best shot. Congratulations on completing this in-depth journey through the fascinating world of gonads. We've covered everything from basic definitions to complex molecular mechanisms and clinical applications. For more such comprehensive educational content, practice questions, and expert guidance to ace your NEET exams, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing. See you next time.